thank God for that. I didn't like it at the time, but I thank God. And I just want to share a joke because when we did our cover, it was funny. When we did our cover, he gave me a bunch of samples. And one of the samples he gave me, if you look at the covers behind myself or whoever, it had this man hand in it. And I said, I don't like this. His hands is all crusty and rusty and I mean I was like, you don't have no better hands? I was like, give me a female hand. So what he did is he not only came back with a female hand, he said, I gave her a manicure. I gave her some tips. I gave her a manicure. And I thought that was just so funny. So the book that you see is actually the extra test that Dr. Kelly put on my book. And it is, I am so grateful. And I'm just going to bring on Dr. Kelly.
That made me laugh so much. I didn't know you were going to mention that. But I knew after working with you, I said, no, Yvette is a girly girl. So I have to make sure that I make the cover girly girl. And so if you know, Sister Yvette, you know that, yeah, those nails. Okay, we'll leave that alone. But Sister Yvette, I do want to say congratulations to you. You worked hard. I know, when I work with different clients, I know where to push them, when to push them. I know what they need. And I knew if I didn't push you, you were just going to linger because at that point in time, you had already done a lot of the writing. But I knew there was just one more hump that you had to get over because once you got over that hump, everything would make sense. And so it was a pleasure working with you. I'm super excited. One thing I have to say, although the book is geared towards females, the one thing I can say as a male, and I don't know if there are any males on the line, but listen, this book is actually giving a lot of hints to how to deal with your sister, your wife, your auntie, them being the strong one. And this book is giving you a roadmap of how you, and when I say handle, I don't mean handle in a rough way, but how to help them in their emotions, how to help them get through what they're getting through, how to help them to continue to be strong and get stronger. So I would encourage not just you females, but all males. I would really encourage you to get this book. I love that you talked earlier about grace. That was my favorite chapter. That's chapter 9. I'm not going to go too much into it, but learning to embrace grace every day, it makes it so much easier to live. Not abusing it as the Apostle Paul talks about, but learning that grace is there. Let God strengthen you. Let God come in and embrace you. And working on this book with you and seeing your writing and just encouraging and pushing you, it really was just a blessing to me.